Welcome to solverfy.
For this problem, we're asked how many functions are there between the set 1, 2, 3 up to n, where n is a positive integer, to the set 0, 1. So we can think about it this way. Let's say we have our first set. Let's just start with a 1 on the left-hand side, and then we have our codomain. So we have domain, codomain on the right-hand side. If we think about here, well, we could map from 1 to 0, or we could map from 1 to 1. So we would have two different possibilities. If we have 1, 2, and then we still have 0, 1 on the right-hand side, we'd have one mapping to 0 or one mapping to 1, and then we'd have 2 mapping to 0 or 2 mapping to 1. So we have 4 choices. If we were to continue on, we'd be able to see something that is actually mentioned in the textbook at example 6, but we really will be applying something called the product rule from section 6.1.2. Essentially, the idea is that if a procedure can be broken down into a sequence of different tasks, if there are n1 ways of doing the first task and n2 ways of doing the second task, then there are n1 times n2 ways of doing the procedure. So here, our first task, we can think about it this way. We have a certain number of elements in our domain set. Our task is going to be assigning an element from the codomain to each element in the domain. So, our first task, there are 2 different ways to accomplish it. Second task, 2 different ways of accomplishing it. 3 tasks, 2 different ways of accomplishing it, and so on. So, our number of tasks is going to be equal to the number of elements in our first set. So we'd have number of tasks equals n, and there are 2 ways for each task. So we'll have 2 to the n different possibilities, or 2 to the n different possible functions.